So the AI robot runs on semantics, and so that's why uh, when I enter something like yo or homie or G or something like that, uh, a black scent appears, and but there's no redneck voice, which is odd. You know, half the population of the United States talks like a redneck, and yet there's six clearly Caucasian male voices, distinct voices, and but none of them speak redneck. You can't get any of them, no matter how you spell the words, no matter what you do, no matter how you prompt it, like Alabama, Kentucky, Appalachian, Southern draw, Southern accent. They're protected. They're clearly protected, and you can't use any of the faces of the CEOs of YouTube, which is kind of hypocritical. You know, like you can use my face, but you can't use their face, which is like the opposite of how it's supposed to be if you're going to introduce something like that to the public. Like, here's this toy where you can just steal people's faces and put them in all kinds of scenarios, but you can't use my face. That's absurd. Well, so anyway, so it's based on semantics, and so what that means is that you're always going to be able to tell, like even 1,000 years from now, you're going to be able to tell that it's a robot, because the only thing a computer is capable of is sophistry, because it's not living by its words. You know, you have to mean it, and a computer doesn't mean it. It doesn't know what it means to mean it. So that's why if you try to make a dramatic scene with actors that are generated by artificial intelligence, it's always going to come off corny. It's always going to lack a certain amount of passion. It's always going to be obvious. And just it is, no matter what. Like, they can scream and cry and bemoan and use all these words, but you're going to be able to tell that it's not real. It's performative. And you can tell that with human beings. Like, if a human being is being really dramatic and, you know, yelling at you, but underneath you can tell that they're just trying to get you to submit to their idea, and that it's not something that is so important. It's just that they, want to get their point across or whatever. You can tell when someone's being performative, when it's not genuine. And you can tell when someone is absolutely coming from the heart. And so, because of that, making movies with AI actors, making music with AI musicians, there's always going to be, some of it's good. I listen to slop. Like, I draw up slop just to listen to it, because it's something that's brand new right then and there. I type in a few prompts, and it's something that only I am listening to. It's totally unique, and that's fun. But it's generic, and it's always going to be generic, because that's all a computer is capable of. So, a certain linguistics professor that shall remain unnamed had a theory back in the 60s that when he saw the first computers being born, he looked at that giant box and he said, he thought words are for thinking more than they are for talking. And I think that might explain how we've become phone people. But, so, it might not actually be unhealthy to be phone people. But the people in control of the websites and the information and the money and the creativity and the culture is the problem. So, AI robots, Achilles heel, they lack passion, and they always will, no matter how much data they scrape, trying to figure out how to come off as genuinely, enthralled or genuinely emotional. They can't do it. They'll never be able to do it.